Section 9-7 discusses how to find the surface area of different shapes. Companies use surface area in order to find out how much material they need in order to create a box. For instance, someone had to figure out how much material they needed in order to create this box for checkers, chess, and backgammon. They needed that because they needed to have enough material in order to create every single side of this box that encloses all the pieces to the game. So we're going to talk about how to find the surface area of different shapes, starting with the rectangular prism. The image on the board is a rectangular prism. You can tell that it's a rectangular prism because the bases, all the bases actually are rectangles. Even if you were to flip this figure on its side, it would still be a rectangular prism because the bases would be rectangular. Now, there are 6 faces in this rectangular prism. There's a top, a bottom, 2 sides, a front, and a back. I like to use a chart when finding the surface area of a figure because it helps you organize your work. So I suggest that you do the same. Take a moment to copy this chart down in your notes. You can pause the video if you'd like. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to use this figure in order to find the surface area. So the top of this figure looks to have a width or a base of 5 inches and a height of 4 inches. I see that because this is 5, so that must be 5. If this is 4, this must be 4. So the area of a rectangle is equal to base times height. So that means the area must be 5 times 4, which means it has to be 20 inches squared. Now, if you notice, the bottom is the exact same, so I'm going to fill in that the bottom is also 20 inches squared. Okay, I'm going to look at the sides now. This side has a base of 4 and a height of 2. So I'm going to multiply 2 times 4, and I'll get 8 inches squared. The opposite side is the same. If I were to draw in with dotted lines, you'd be able to see it. I'll do that right now. If this is 4, then that must be 4. If this height is 2 here, then this height must be 2 there as well. So we know that this side is also 8 inches squared. And then now we're going to find the area of the front and the back. If I continue with this dotted line, you'll be able to see that the front is actually the same size as the back. So we're going to multiply the base times the height again, 5 times 2, in order to get 10 inches squared. And the back is also 10 inches squared. Notice I only wrote areas equal to base times height once. It would get a little bit repetitive if you wrote it out 6 different times. So as long as you have it once, I'm fine with it. So now let's add up all of these areas in order to find the total surface area of the figure. So we have to add 20 plus 20 plus, I'm just going to add these two, 16 plus 20. These 3 20s are 60 plus 16 is 76. So the total surface area is 76 inches squared. And this is how you find the surface area of a rectangular prism.